have no issues with Brittany Zamora being found guilty as a sex predator. My problem is with the 20 years. It seems quite excessive.
I'm ashamed of my actions and I'm completely remorseful. My actions were completely out of character for me.
Brittany is not a predator, and this was not between a young child and Brittany. This was a teenager.
Are you guys really blaming a 13-year-old boy as the victim in this case?
That's not what I said.
Brittany Zamora is 5 foot tall and not very strong. They're obviously not going to show us what the 13-year-old at the time looks like or looked like. It may be safe to say that this was not pedophilia and more of a statutory rape. If I was the judge, I'd give her 5 years, strip her of the teaching license, of course, give her 5 years, perhaps 1 year total, create a restraining order, keep the two apart. I noticed this story quite a while back, and especially when they released the notes exchanged between the two. I'll speak out a bit of the exchange. It may sound familiar to many of you who followed this. I'll change up my voice so you know who's talking. WYD, by the way, I just found out, means what you doing? Okay, here goes. WYD. Oops. WYD. Thinking about your sexy self. Ah, baby, I wish you were with me. I want you, baby. When can we fuck again? I want you too, baby, so bad. Whenever we can, you know I'm down. Like you for real, get sexier to me every day, LOL. I want to fuck so bad, baby. Those times weren't enough for me. She obviously didn't torture the kid. She obviously didn't manhandle him. What she did was incredibly wrong. I'm not denying that. But pedophilia is, you don't want to overuse the word pedophilia. 13 is shady ground. Anything illegal is shady ground. But there's a big difference between 11, 12, 13, I admit it, 14. Each year, and kids are all different, and they have their own trajectory to coming of age. It's referred to as coming of age. She was wrong. I'm thinking 2 years would have done it, maybe 10 years, but make most of it on probation. The key is to get that kid to 18.
After her affair with Billy Falau was discovered, Mary Kayla Turner was arrested and charged with raping a child. By the time she was arraigned, she was 7 months pregnant with Billy's baby. Mary took a plea bargain, a suspended sentence of 7.5 years, with mandatory counseling and 6 months in county jail. After serving 6 months, Mary was released. She moved into a friend's house, and there was one other condition Mary had to meet. She wasn't allowed to see Billy, or she'd end up in prison. But Mary had no intention of following the conditions of her parole. She started to see Billy again. Within a month, Mary and Billy were caught together. There was another bombshell. Mary was pregnant again with Billy's child, conceived during the weeks she had been out on parole.
Within weeks of your release from jail, you purposely violated the conditions of your sentence.
You didn't mind serving 7 more years?
I didn't believe it was going to be that long. I felt certain that what had happened procedurally in my case, that it would be taken care of. I thought maybe a year, maybe 2 at the most.
But the